Lo que sigue va a dar en el coro. Ha esperado por mí por hora. Quieres más mi amor, quieres toda. Cuando te lo meto en cajo como corona. Vive tu vida una moda, pensando en solo una cosa. Quieres más mi amor, quieres toda. Cuando te lo meto en cajo como corona. Aunque ya tienes todas las zonas, aunque sabes que me equivoqué, no puedes.
So yes, 2 days later, somebody got some food poisoning the last couple of days. Me, I've been pretty sick the last few days. Stuck in bed. My little nurse again, looking after me. But there was a couple of places that we still hadn't reached, which was Guanajuato, and there's another little magical town called Amealco. I didn't think we were going to make it, no. We stayed with Fabiola's friend in
San Miguel de Allende.
Sí, and she was very kind, letting me stay there while I was getting better from the food poisoning. I'm still nowhere near 100%, but we've just driven to Guanajuato here today. So this is the beautiful balcony of our hotel. This is a proper nice little view of it. Absolutely stunning, eh? Sí. Right in downtown. You got the mountains surrounding it here. I don't even know what that big building is up there, but there's something going on, and just look how colourful all the buildings are. Eh? Absolutely stunning. I don't know if you can see in the distance that just it's all around us basically. So I'm gonna pick myself up, gonna get myself some energy, and we're gonna take a little hike around this beautiful city. So let's go and do this, eh? So straight out of our hotel, and we've got like this kind of plaza, a long plaza. Fabiola says it's kind of like a market, many stores and everything down the side here. So let's go and check this out. So we've got a building here that I thought was a church, but we think it's a market. Let's go and check this out. So this is inside the market. Plenty to choose from. We're up on the top floor, obviously. But all sorts of stuff for sale. Food, mainly food down there, I think. You got a fish market, you got like poultry, chicken and fish down there. And then all the clothes and everything at the top here. Interesting, huh?
Sí.
You can see some of the architecture, really old, really old. A lot of history here, you know. As you can see in the distance there, there's the mountains surrounding the city. So we just stopped off for a nice fresh drink of borracha. Fabiola has it in a bag. They don't do cups here, they do plastic bag. This would be nice.
Very nice. Very cold.
Fresh. Just what I needed with this dodgy stomach of mine. So we've just come across a little square, a plaza. Lots of shade for the sun, and in the distance there's some cafes and a nice water fountain there. It looks like this square's used for events or something, because they've got all the seats here, as you can see. Yeah, I'm still holding this. It's a little bit strange. So we've just come across another square, literally by the square we've seen, and there's loads of bars here, loads of restaurants, big space for people to chill out. So here we've got the main cathedral of Guanajuato in the traditional colours of yellow and well, mustard and red, I guess, right in the centre of this historical looking part of town. Very nice, very nice. So we're just walking up to what Fabiola has told me is the University of Guanajuato. Nice huge building, check that out. Some nice big steps up to it. Fancy a walk, Bobby? No? You can't win them all, eh? And yet another church. The curvature is amazing in this. The detail, unbelievable. So this is the theatre, Teatro Juarez. Unfortunately it's closed right now. As you can see, they've got these boulders in the way, but once again the architecture is phenomenal. So just on the side of the square that we've been in, there's a huge monument up there, which Fabiola is going to tell me the name of, because I'm shit with names.
Monumento al Pipilar.
Monumento al Pipilar. And I think we were going to get the, there's like a little tram thing that takes you up to the top, but there's like half an hour wait, you know, and it's coming to the end of the day. So I think in the morning, we've got a car, so we're going to just drive up there in the morning before leaving. Nice little churros stall. So here we've got some mariachi, very famous here in Mexico, no? They go around town and they ask you if you want them to sing a song for you. And it looks like this table have just asked for a song to be sung, so let's stand here for a little minute and enjoy. Please go and dance. So we've just stopped here as well, just by where the mariachi was. Fabiola's a real big fan of elote, corn. So we found a little stall here, and what a beautiful background, eh? Very romantic. So we've just come to visit Callejón del Beso, which is the Alley of the Kiss. So as you can see behind me here, there's a tiny little alley, and there's a little story goes behind this, a little romantic story. There was a couple of young adults who lived in these buildings here, and there was a girl whose father was she wanted him to marry a rich man, you know. And she just ended up, see you later. She just ended up, long story short, she ended up kind of falling for a poor miner in this area. And this is the area where they were living, basically. If you want to go online and check it out, the story's quite in depth. But so supposedly, if you kiss your partner on the third step there, can you see the red step? They painted it so you know which one it is. Your love is supposed to last forever. So we've just had a nice little mooch on that step. So you got we're back in the market here now, the one we were at earlier on. All of these just like food places, no? Okay, so we've just come up to that viewpoint I was talking about. Monumento al Pipilar. There he is. That's what we could see from the town. And check these views out of the city, man. Wow. Let's go and check this out. Look at how vibrant that looks, eh? Oh. And as you can see here, we can see all the churches. There's a church here, a church here. We've got the university that's just there. All places that we visited just earlier on. But what a beautiful, beautiful city. And what a beautiful viewpoint. And it just continues round and round. You can see all the way down here now. Got a nice little restaurant here with some pretty nice views from the balcony there, eh? Yeah, this is one of the nicest cities I've seen in Mexico for sure. Welcome to Amealco. So we just found this little food market. I got myself some chicken broth. Oh well, Fabiola got me some chicken broth because I'm still poorly, and she got mole. So just in a small little place here. There's many different little places within this little kind of market, I guess. More down here. So there's an elderly guy just sat here, and Fabiola understood that he was asking the price of all the foods, you know. So I guess he's pretty poor. The woman that works here was kind of offering certain things for him to eat, and Fabiola's just gone to pay for his meal. So she's just paid for him to have a nice bit of food, you know. Very nice thing to do. So that was a very nice munch. I actually handled it. My stomach handled that food, which is good. I feel a little bit better after eating. Anyways, we're having a walk around town now. There's a nice little church here we'll have a look at. And this town's very famous for a certain type of doll called Lele. We're going to find some, I'm sure. And that's the reason we came here, really, because it's, yeah, they originally were made here, yeah? Yeah. See? So let's go and have a little mooch around and see if we can find Lele. So there's the church of Amealco. There's a big open space, there's these steps up and there's a big open space up there. Yeah, pretty nice church, eh? Okay, so we've just found our first Lele store, so check it out. So this is Lele. And just many different colours and sizes and all sorts of stuff. So here we've got the main plaza, which is right by the church. The church is just there. We've got, yeah, just a big open space with loads of trees and stuff now, and kind of stores just dotted around, all around the edge of the square. You're surrounded by stores and restaurants. And we have another Lele. She's everywhere now. She has a friend, Fabiola, and Lele. So we've just come across another Lele stall. Fabiola's trying on some of the headwear. See, very nice now. So colourful, so colourful. So yeah, this is one of the magic towns of Mexico, but it's one of the lesser known ones. I mean, I haven't seen a tourist here yet. You got the popular ones like Tulum, Tequisquiapan. See, you got the famous ones that, you know, everyone's kind of heard of and are on the kind of travel route, so to speak. The more common ones, but this one, yeah, not many people come here because it's not on any route really. You know, you have to kind of come out your way to visit, which is nice. Like I say, haven't seen one tourist yet. So we've got a nice cantina here. They're all over Mexico, but some of them are, you know, quite commercialized, but I can imagine this one being pretty original. Unfortunately it's closed and I can't drink anyway because I'm on antibiotics. In every town in Mexico they have taxis, obviously, and they all have their own colour within whatever city you're in, and I think it's fair to say the colour of the taxis in this town are orange, and there's plenty of them. Well, that was our little mooch around Amealco. It's a very small town, so there's just literally a couple of streets here with shops and stuff, but you saw the church and that kind of thing. So we're heading back to the city now. It's about a 2-hour drive from here, and hopefully on Friday I'm going to feel better because there's a big party. Sí. Fabiola's family, her niece, sí. It's 15th birthday, sí. And it's a big celebration over here, you know, so I'm hoping I'm going to be well enough to take part in that. So let's see. Anyways, without further ado, we're going to head back to Mexico City. To cut a long story short, I got better for the party. I came to realise that the medication that I'd been prescribed by the doctor a few days before was making me feel really bad. I felt totally spaced out, suffered from a really dry mouth, and looked as pale as Casper the Ghost. Once I'd stopped taking them, I was as right as rain. On the day before the party, we met up with Fabiola's friends from Texas, who flew over to come to the party. Javier, Fabiola's father, took us on a night tour of the city. We passed the famous Garibaldi, an area where lots of mariachi bands hang out and hail down cars with the intention of getting hired for the night. We also went to the panoramic bar in the Mirador Torre Latino. From here you get one of the best views of the city. On the day of the party, Fabiola's niece Regina, the birthday girl, began the day by getting into this huge dress, which is the traditional thing to do. She and her friends went on a drive around Mexico City in this huge limousine before getting dropped off at the venue where the party was at. The whole night was jam-packed with dancing, drinking, eating, moments of reminiscing for the family, and proper loud music all night long. This is how they celebrate a 15th birthday here in Mexico. We got home at 4 AM. The following morning, Fabiola's dad, Javier, had organised a daytime party which started at 10 AM, 6 hours after getting home pretty drunk. Here at the dog it was. We ate some good food and drank some more into the early afternoon. I then thought we were just going to go home to chill for the rest of the day and evening, but no, Javier had other plans. We headed to his sister Lulu's place to celebrate her birthday. Some more drinks were had, more dancing was done, and they surprised Lulu with a mariachi band. I think I'd partied enough in these last 36 hours to last a lifetime. We flew back to Playa del Carmen and instantly picked up Elvis, Fabiola's dog. After being away from us for a week, it's fair to say he was happy to see us, as we were to see him. And that was that. Another adventure had, and more memories made. So until the next video, take care of yourselves and have fun, folks. Peace.
Quiero mi bebé tan precioso. Quiero mi bebé tan precioso.